New episode. Today my guest will be Thugpotato.
How's it going?
It's good, man. It's good. I'm excited. I haven't done one of these in over a month.
Yeah. New wait, you did it in between wait, no. You probably did it after the last season, didn't you? When
I, I
when was your last one? Or did you do like in between the seasons?
I didn't do a single one between the seasons. I think I. God, now you're making me look at YouTube. Okay. It's maybe 6 weeks. Feel like I was doing them fairly regularly though.
Yeah, during the last season. But yeah, I mean, new season, new team. It's pretty interesting. I'm enjoying it so far and I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I don't even know where to begin, man. So, you got a new team. Five a.m. is 5 a.m.
5 a.m. till 5 a.m.
Oh,
baby.
I said it
That's
wrong. My
my
bad.
I feel like everybody's still trying to figure out the name of the team. I feel like every person still is trying to figure it out, but yeah, I guess it's 5 a.m. till like 5 animage till 5 a.m. in the morning. Not quite sure where the name came from, but that's what it is. And I feel like some people don't recognize this team, even though they have 3 players. It's actually does this game of fall damage from last season.
Yeah,
It's 3 players from that team. So, but yeah, they decided to change up the name, I guess. So, yeah.
yeah. I was gonna ask, how did you just hop on and fall damage? Three of the players are from that team. How did that happen? They were looking and you just join, or what?
I honestly can't remember. I think I just posted something in free agents, and then I think they recognized my name or something, and they just kind of said if I was interested in playing. I was like, well, yeah, I mean, still looking for a team, so that's just the goal is just to find a team and just make sure that they're gonna be competitive and that they're all cool people, and then after that, I mean, that's all that really matters.
Yeah, I noticed. Game. I was casting your game last week. It was just pure
Yeah.
coincidence. Uh, Leading up to this, I did notice the flags and the logo got changed after game one, and then I saw Anti Mage was kind of in the 5 a.m. So I had a feeling it was about pause five Anti Mage.
Yeah. I don't know if we're ever gonna throw out the pause 5 animage. I think that's just a meme at this point, so maybe not ban it, but we'll probably run it 1 probably if we get the chance, but I don't think any 5 animage is coming through anytime soon.
Do you think that one of them played five Anti Mage till 5 a.m.? One of the three fall damage players one day, and they're like, "Here we go."
Here we go. This is where it comes from. But yeah, I mean, there's a chance. I know that Icarus definitely likes some weirder kind of stuff. So yeah, I could definitely see him doing something like that.
Yeah, I forget the guy's name. There's an immortal player, and he plays pause 5/4 Queen of Pain and Anti Mage, and that's all he plays.
Yeah, I mean the 5 animage with Uv. I mean, it's a meme, but I mean I've seen it work enough that I'm not gonna say that's bad. Okay, it's bad, all right, but there's a place in Dota for that kind of build, the kind of creative kind of things you can do with the different roles. That's why I play Dota, man. That's why I love it so much. It's
Mhm.
just because I play so many different roles, and I mean my goal is always to try to find every patch is try to find a kind of sleeper hero that on like a specific role that's way outside the box. But if you play it in a certain way in a certain a certain time, it can be actually really shine. I mean, that's why I find Dota enjoyable, just the freedom of play.
Yeah, I was in a conversation today, and I kind of want to try out pause 4 Timbersaw. Yeah,
Oh,
it sounds really bad. It probably is really bad, but the only thing stopping
uh,
me is the fact I'll probably get reported.
that is interesting. I could maybe see that. The only problem is it doesn't have a stun, but
Hmm.
I feel like the hero doesn't need that many items. You are gonna need like mana regen, so like Yules. Like if you get like Yules, you're probably good. I'm thinking. But you're just gonna have to, I guess, like hope and pray for like a neutral item, like a keen optic or something that gives mana regen.
Yeah, here's kind of what I was thinking. I get Soul Ring, I get Arcane Boots, I get
Yeah.
the Hood. Now think about this. Dead lane. Someone has to go there. You send your pause for timber saw. You have an escape, and you're tough to kill, especially if you get that hood. So when you get hopped on, you might even
would you even
escape.
level armor and whatever what's that his passive in lane? I feel like you just max out the damage stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking I'd go like I I I might pick up a value point, but
Yeah, a value one.
I was really thinking in laning because you're not going to be attacked. I was like, you know what? You get 1 point in it if you got to
Yeah,
dive some towers, but really
yeah,
just max your Q and E
yeah.
and let's just have some fun. I listen. It's really. I'm not saying it's good.
I mean
I need to
I
try it once.
I like if there's like a strength melee core. That sounds fun. I could
well,
definitely see that.
well, that's what I'm thinking, man. Imagine going Timber Saw pause 4 against like 3 strength heroes right now. You know how
Yeah,
cool, how good you'd feel. Now people would be
yeah,
like, "Why can't you just play 3 or 2?" It's like that's not the point. The point is
yeah,
going to the game as a 4 and
yeah,
playing like a 4. But I'm very set on the dead lane concept. I really think you put the pause 4 Timber Saw there, and then they
yeah,
have to either overcommit to kill a pause 4, or you escape
yeah,
as
yeah.
a
That makes sense.
pause 4
Yeah,
Timber.
if you have like you'd have to have like a three that wants to rotate
Yeah.
though. So like if you get like a three like a clockwork or
Hmm.
something, like maybe like a bat or something that just kind of wants to run around the map. I think that would be where it probably shines the most, and you just have like kind of like three whatever two offlaners
Hmm.
at that point. You got one just kind of sitting in a lane just farming, and you got the other one just kind of running around. Both a decent farm.
Well, I play Mars 4. I like playing Mars 4. You got that spear and you got a solid team fight ultimate.
Huh.
And I
Yeah.
know that works. I have played Mars 4 and I have won
Mars
and I've
4
done
was
really well.
pretty I remember Mars 4 being pretty meta. Like not I mean, I'm pretty sure I saw that picked in the pros a decent amount a couple patches ago. Back when the hero was really, really strong. I think now he's more turned into an offlaner, but yeah. I remember Mars 4. Mars 4 was pretty legit.
Yeah, you had a couple guys like Crit playing it, but Crit really he plays anything 4 and he just does well.
Yeah.
I wasn't on Crit's level with the Mars pause 4.
Oh, you weren't? Wow. I don't believe that,
Yeah.
man.
Maybe if I was a potato though.
Just gotta work on that potato, man.
Yeah, exactly. Did you now generally my guests have a drink with them. Do you have a drink?
Bruh, I got some H2OOO,
Oh,
dude.
no, 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 no. I guess that makes sense for you, you know. Did you know potatoes are 80% water?
Wow, man.
So,
That's bringing some knowledge into my head, dude.
yeah, no.
What percent water is human, dude? We're like 60 or something? Or are you
Uh,
more?
I think we're like 70 or something stupid.
There we go, man. It's like it's so close, dude. I mean, we're basically potatoes at this point. Human talking potatoes, dude. How about
Yeah,
that?
I guess so. No, I don't know that, but I do know about the potatoes. I won't lie. I looked up a couple potato facts.
Oh Jesus. We're gonna get to like
So,
fun facts throughout the stream.
oh, we'll get to it. Don't worry, don't worry. Just that one, just that one.
Wow. I
Okay.
like this potato card, dude. You got potato punch, you got Tabasco gun. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. People eat Tabasco with potatoes?
Well, potatoes, you chop them up as fries and instead of ketchup, Tabasco sauce.
Tabasco? Alright,
Yeah.
alright.
I like the card, honestly.
I mean, it's a
Uh,
nice card. You got Mr. Potato Head there too, as his evolution.
exactly.
And then at the bottom it specifies that it's a fake card and not real. I mean, that kind of ruins it though. I'm not gonna lie, but
Oh,
so
well,
what have you been up to? Dota wise or real life wise? That
I, I've been playing a lot Among Us with randoms. Cat,
I saw that. Yeah, I was looking through your past streams. How is that with randoms? Is it different or
hit or miss.
yeah,
You join a group. If it's not good, you don't mesh with them. You leave
yeah,
after one, and then if they're great solid bunch of people, 2, 3 hours with them, and it's kind of nice
Yeah.
because everybody has a different play style. I don't feel like everybody knows who I am in it,
Oh, yeah, that's true.
so I can try different things, and
Yeah.
sometimes a party has a lot of loud people, so then you don't talk as much. Sometimes you're the loud person,
Yeah.
so it varies. It's actually really fun. I definitely say playing with people is the best, but it's
Yeah.
kind of different.
Yeah, it's different, yeah. I
Oh,
haven't played it myself, but I've watched, like, a lot of kinda other people playing it. It seems super fun. As, like, a
fi-
kinda just a fun, kinda chill kind of like the same as, like, the Alien game from Jackbox. I forget what that game is called, but both those are super similar and both seem super fun.
I for $5, I don't think you can go wrong. To be honest, I really want to do an 82L Among Us night,
Among Us.
and
Yeah,
like
that'd be
it's a
super fun.
game. After an hour, you know how to play. I don't
Yeah,
think I'm getting
yeah.
better. I just playing, and honestly, I'm playing it because Dota pubs are trash, and it's
Yeah, I'm kinda at the point I'm playing RD2L now, and I
mhm.
think I gotta transition to safe lane, so I'm trying to get that lane fired back up, and I was playing, like, solos this morning, and it was not great. I had one really good game, but the others were really meh,
Mm.
so that'll be interesting to see how if I can get back to there in time.
Yeah, it's hit or miss, and I'm not gonna stop. When I play Dota, I generally enjoy it. I'm not trying to torture myself or even get better at this point.
Yeah.
But when I play Among Us, it's relaxing. The game's 10 minutes, so if I don't like the people, I leave. And a Dota game, I'm stuck with these people sometimes for more than an hour in
Yeah.
a Dota game that I don't want to be with. So
Yeah, that's yeah, Dota solo queues. Yeah, Dota's a game for sure, man. The game is such it's totally mental warfare, man. If you're actually like trying to grind MMR and stuff, man, like the game is so stressful, man. And that's like without like these like leagues and other commitments. Just queuing like ranked matches in general is just I mean, from my experience, just not great mentally. Like there's like times that I like play like fucking like 5 ranked games in like a single day. At the end of the day, I'm just like, dude, I just don't even want to think about Dota right now. And I kind of had a bad streak kind of after last 80-12 season with the unfortunate loss. We had the DC and we lost in the playoffs in the first round. And I was like, I'm just not feeling Dota right now. Just took a 2-month break, man. Heard that 80-12 is firing back up. I'm like, okay, time to get back into the swing of things. Because as much as Dota sucks, it's also super rewarding. I think also just finding new teams, new players. I feel like every single season I've joined new teams and everything, and yeah, it kind of sucks because I wish I could probably find a team and group of people that want to stick around for multiple seasons, but also at the same time meeting new people is always fun and kind of learning different perspectives in the game.
Yeah, no, you know what the thing is? Like, I just playing less. My goal in Dota is not to get better anymore, really.
Yeah,
And
just for fun.
I'm playing for fun, and it's really changed my mindset about the game. And when I go into a game, and I go, you probably seen the meme me going 0-19 as Crystal Maiden. I wasn't even mad that game. I was laughing the whole entire time. Maybe not my teammates. Actually, I know for a fact my one teammate was like really mad, but like I was like,
Yeah,
it is what it is. Like
yeah,
it's a video game, and it's. I think there's no other game like Dota. No other game that you're in a match, you're spending an hour with people
yeah,
and then another hour. Like I don't think there's any game like Dota. Yeah, we can talk quickly about other MOBAs like League of Legends. The, not even close to what Dota is doing.
yeah,
On in the game, and I think that's why you have a lot of people be toxic, and it's really going on off on your mind. Excuse me, on
yeah,
your mind. Because even if you win that game, you feel really good about yourself. If you lose, you feel bad because you feel like you wasted an hour.
yeah.
I'll still play with like parties if people invite me, but I'm not in any rush. Like that's why I've been playing Among Us and some other games. I have
Yeah.
I if I'm done, I don't have to be there. You know,
I
Dota
mean,
game,
that's
I'm
kind of
stuck.
yeah. I mean, that's kind of thing. It's just when you queue to a random, like 50% time you're gonna get decent players. Either they don't talk, or if they do talk, they're chill. The other time there's everybody's toxic, nobody wants to communicate or anything like that, and that's fine. But I don't know. It's something about also kind of like the mindset too of like people going into rank. They're just like trying to like everybody. Okay, I don't want to say everybody. Most people in there are like trying to grind MMR, but some people there they just want to have fun. So then when you're really committing these like 45-minute to hour chunks of like a game, and you got these people like butting heads on, yeah, I want to have fun, and then you got some people like, hey, I want to gain MMR and get better. I mean, the reality is that nobody playing in our brackets are gonna be competitive in these like an actual professional player. So my thoughts always, yes, I want to get better at the game, but I realize that this isn't going to be a career, and B, I want to have fun playing the game because that's why I'm playing the game in the first place. Yeah, I mean that's just the reality of Dota, I guess, and I think that's where a lot of the toxicity comes from.
Yeah, I grinded MMR, and then I kind of realized why am I grinding and like I'm unhappy, and then I just stopped. I
Yeah,
stopped playing Dota for multiple months.
yeah,
And it was it's like we're not going pro. So now I've changed my thing. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna play the heroes I want, and people will say, and I don't know how you feel about this, Thug. Ranked Dota, you should only be playing if you're uh, you want to grind and gain MMR. But to me, it's like unranked Dota is such a bigger crapshoot
yeah,
that like you can face immortals. I don't want to face an
yeah.
immortal. And then or I'm just stomping these kids or my team is a bunch of bozos. I'd rather play with people. At least I know what role I'm playing in a ranked Dota game.
Yeah, no, that's always why I kind of queue up ranked instead of unranked. Even it doesn't really matter. MMR doesn't really matter. But I was like, yeah, well, I want to play offlane. I want to, I'm really my like key like solo queues and party queues and just like ranked matchmaking in general is just practice for 82L and RD2L and all the leagues I'm in because that's all like really matters to me because MMR is just a number, blah 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 blah. But I want to get better in 82L and RD2L just because that's what matters to me is like competitive Dota, everybody in a Discord on a team trying to communicate and actually trying to win as as a stack, and that's what I find most enjoyable. So that's what I'm going to practice in my solo queues. And if I'm practicing for an offlane because I'm playing offlane in 92L, then if I queue unranked, then who the fuck knows what I'm going to be playing?
Yeah, exactly. You want to be practicing your role so you can keep being good for your team.
Yeah.
Uh what was your first season of 82L? And before you answer that, you were on a team with Mushi Mushi and Thyme, right?
I
That team, the team that kicked Troll Bus.
not
No, was that you? Were you on that team or no?
I was on I remember I was on a Mushi Mushi stack. Man, that was a long time ago. I don't think I played an official with them though. I think all my games with them were like either like I would join a team and he would be on the roster, and then I would play some games with that team and be like and realize I didn't want to like actually do like an official season with those guys, and I would drop. I don't think I would actually play an official game with them. But what's crazy is as much as I not a big fan of Mushi, in like the six pub games that I play with them, we actually have 100% win rate together somehow. I don't know how that happened, but yeah. But I don't all those names you mentioned sound familiar, but no, my first team, my first official team in 82L was it was
Shen is good here.
yeah, China's good here. Yeah, that was with
I can help you. Propaganda, Roger, Roger, Milk Toast, and Briggy Ninja.
Milk Toast.
I don't know if they've
No,
changed their name on Dota Buff or whatnot, dude.
Oh man, I should know this guy's name. It was the guy. It was the. I am so disgraced right now. Who was the one that I played with? No, what position did he play? He played position 1 last season in contender. Team out wait, was I contender? No, 2 seasons before. I am. This is not good. He's still playing. I gotta look it up. Oh, Dill Dog. It was Dylan's team. Jen is good here. It was Dylan, me, Prop, Ashes. No, Ashes wasn't on there.
Oh, listen. I just have Chen is good here in a lineup of 5 people, and you're one of them
Yeah. Chen
on
is good here. That was
82L.
my first team.
So
That was quite a bit ago. But yeah, that was a fun stack. I remember him, but it feels like ages. Does it say when our last match was?
uh,
I know I've been kind of using that team name as a meme sometimes, and I like do like a scrim or something just because I like the name.
season 23.
6 seasons ago.
So that was your first season.
Yeah, that was my first season.
That's pretty good. You know, you're a 20s guy. 23. That's pretty good. Low 20s.
Yeah. I'm a veteran at this point. Come on, bruh.
Hi, and you're on Digital Habitat, Sprout, Hollywood, 5
Yeah,
a.m. till 5 a.m. Maybe one team somewhere
yeah.
else, but
No, I skipped the season after China's Good here.
okay.
That was the season I skipped, and then ever since then I've been on.
25, 26, 27. No, that's good. No, exactly, man. That was really good. Yeah, you're a pretty good offlaner. You know, for a while I thought I was better, but you know, you can have it right now since I'm not really playing good Dota.
Yeah, I remember. Well, after coming back from my break, trying to find a team for season 26. No, the season I came back after taking a break, I was having a real tough time finding a team. Now is the time I think I joined up with Mushi Mushi and his stack.
Mm,
And then I was like, "Yeah, this is gonna happen." And I think I posted in like free agents or something, and that's when Mr. Juke Man hit me up. And so that kind of definitely set up a spark and just kind of whatever got me invested in A2L just because how much I like DH.
you know,
That was,
you mentioned quickly that you won 6 games with Mushi Mushi.
yeah,
Some people don't know this, but Harb and I think, have 5 out of 6 games. Somehow we won 5 out of 6 of our games. We lost a game. I was really upset.
yeah.
We could have won that game, but that's just something interesting, you know. Like sometimes you just win games with people, you know, you don't really play with, and you're like,
How did
what?
this happen?
How? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I have several people on my friends list. I'm like, how did I ever have a high win rate with this person?
Yeah, it's kind of insane. I have quite a few people with 70% win rate, and then I see like Jukester, and I'm like 40%, and it's like, Juke, what are we doing, man? Like, why can't we be like these guys?
Yeah.
All down here now with me losing though. So, but we were really low. Like we were at 20%. We got to 40, like huge win streak.
Oh, 20%.
Yeah, we weren't winning anything, man. We were losing every game together. And it wasn't
Yeah,
like Jukester and I were playing together. It was like we join a stack and play
yeah,
with them. One of us would join and we were losing, but we won a bunch of games. Like
yeah,
probably like 80-90% win rate, and we got to like us still under 50.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it's always kind of weird. Like some of the people you play with the most, you have like the lowest win rates with. And it's like, oh, I really enjoy playing with this person, so I'm not gonna quit playing with them. But it's super weird how we have a weird, really low win rate with each other.
you mentioned though earlier that Dota, you know, well, I'll mention this. Dota's a game, and you mentioned none of us are going pro. So as long I think the most important thing is to have fun. I know that's like a
Yeah,
loser's mentality. Some will say. By the way, let me be specific. 82L. The point is to win and have fun. And
yeah.
pubs, if you're not having fun, you gotta stop playing pubs. Yeah.
Pubs,
So
I am there. Yeah, yeah. I kind of agree. Pubs. I'm going for fun, mainly, and to prepare for like league games. But when I'm in the league, yes, I want to have fun, but I don't. I think the fun comes from the people you play with. But when I'm in game, I'm obviously trying to win because I mean, that's kind of why I never was really a big fan of Mushi and like those like I'll join a team and if I don't feel a connection there in like the first like 5 games I play with the team and I just don't feel like it's gonna be a good stack, like I'm not interested in that team because yes I'm there to have fun, but I want to have a group that I have fun playing with, but I mean I'm a competitor. I like to win, so yeah,
I feel you. I think that's everybody's goals to win in 82, especially when you're not joining like four other friends. Like
yeah.
I
I
don't want
mean,
to call out a team, but we'll just say FOTP. Those five people all know each other in real life. They have all met each other in real life. They are a team. They're gonna stick together regardless if they have a good season or a bad season. I'd argue last season was good. They came top four. So I'd
yeah,
say it was a good season, but they know each other. Then you have teams. I'll just use your last team, Hollywood. You guys were there to try to win intermediate.
yep,
You guys weren't. You're not five people that knew each other like extremely well. You're five people in 82L. Okay, making this team. Let's go and win.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, I had a lot of fun playing with Hollywood too,
Hmm.
because obviously all those guys are, yes, some of them are sleepy. I don't want to name sleepy. Some of them are fucking kind of cringe, yo. But I mean, they're all super nice guys, and that was a fucking blast of a season.
Yeah, none of them are bad guys. Let me be clear. I'm not
Yeah,
saying none of them are horrible people and there's bad blood between you guys and you left because of that or and you
yeah,
guys broke up. No, it's just that your team's goal was to win it all. You guys didn't, so you break up. And
yeah,
FOTP's goal is we're five people that know each other in life. Let's try to win one. There's two
yeah,
mentalities. Heck,
yeah.
there's even like, yeah, we have no chance of winning. Let's just go.
Yeah, I mean, either ways, I mean, there's no wrong way to play a league. Some people are just gonna be there for fun, which is, I mean, it's fine. I'm not gonna bash anybody for joining a league to have fun, but I mean, and if you're trying to get, I mean, if you're joining a league to win, I mean, good luck. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, exactly. Like intermediate last season had 22 teams.
yeah,
16 teams made the playoffs. First time like a bunch of teams got kicked out.
yeah.
And
I'm so happy about those changes too last season. I feel like the new bracket changes and people getting kicked out in the Swiss format. I was so pumped for the Swiss format last season. I'm super. I think everybody's a lot happier about that too, because the teams that want to have fun, if you have like 4 teams in a league that want to have fun and just play other kind of lower end teams, then they can just play each other and they're both teams are having fun because they can pick funny heroes and try to make it work. And then the top teams that actually are trying to compete to try to win the league, they're playing each other. So I mean, it works out best for everybody.
yeah, I think it is good. Heck, I was saying earlier seasons, I'm like, what if we just take top 16? That seems like a reasonable number
Yeah.
of teams to play. And I tried to make a double limb bracket work for if I really did try, like, putting some BO1s there, like duplicating those days so lower
Yeah.
bracket doesn't slow stuff down.
Yep.
And honestly, for what 82L is, I think it'd be something if there was an extra league like in Wednesday, and then okay, let's do a bigger playoffs. Or I was
Yeah.
thinking even just let's do a small group stage and a huge double limb tournament
Yeah.
over over a month. I'd that'd be interesting. But
Yeah, that'd be cool
82L is
too.
already 6 weeks, and that's just 4 weeks of playoffs. We do not need 7 weeks of playoffs.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
yeah.
like you
And I
either
think
win your BO3s and BO5 or you don't.
yeah. I mean, yeah, and that's just what it comes down to.
A lot of people, so a couple people have said I was really against Swiss. I wasn't really against Swiss. I was against Swiss in the sense that it's not going to be like official real Swiss. I mentioned.
Yeah.
Also, I said if you don't have enough teams in a bracket,
Yeah.
example Archon, Swiss does not matter.
What do you
So,
mean?
well, Archon League has 7 teams. Like, there's
Got
no point to Swiss now. Now,
because
if
they're all gonna play each other.
they're all gonna play each other, and stuff. Like, there's no point. Or even like 10 teams. Yeah, you might face, but the Swiss is basically a group stage. Now, when you get to and intermediate had 22 teams. Yes, the lower teams most likely will play lower teams, and I
Yeah,
am 10 out of 10 all for that. Even
yeah,
14 teams, you'll play some of the bottom ones, and that is good to get those couple matchups.
yeah,
And,
definitely.
it just I was like Swiss if you don't have enough teams, like even this Pseudo Swiss that's going on, where it is okay if you have enough teams.
Yeah.
Just you know,
I think also like I was also kind of pushing for a double M bracket, but then kind of I kind of agree with you that the season would just be too long, and I feel like some teams, if they're not having a fun season or they're not really into it, forcing the team to be together for like 14 weeks or however long would be. I think that'd just be probably too much for them to ask. And I mean, if the team was that bad, I mean that I just might just turn them off from 82 like in general. I mean, if you're stuck with the team for 14 weeks, and that just leads to a lot of like teams disbanding or switching up teams, and that kind of also messes with the Swiss format and everything. So I think it's just better just to keep them short. Just try to keep as many people as you can happy. That way, you kind of minimize the damage.
well, think of it like this way: the last 3 weeks only have 4 teams in it, so now you have
Yeah.
all these teams waiting around for the next season.
Yeah.
We already
Yeah.
if you have a 7 weeks playoff and a 6 weeks group stage, that's 13 weeks, and
Yeah.
usually there's a week or two we miss because of holidays or like around TI. Like
Yeah.
Seth's skipped a week because of that. Heck, you could be a team that has a bye week because there's not 16 teams, 14 weeks, yada yada. There, there's no reason for every other team to wait on 4 teams to play
Yeah.
in the last. It just doesn't add up to me. And then
Yeah.
there's going to be even dead time in the upper bracket, and I tried to solve those issues. I attempted to on a piece of paper at work. I no idea where that picture is, but it's somewhere.
It's somewhere.
No, yeah. Are you surprised that intermediate is at 14 teams from last season 22?
Yeah, I was kind of wondering that. I don't know quite what happened, and I mean, yeah, I don't know what happened to a lot of teams. I know obviously our team moved down, but yeah, and what's weird too is that there's also a lot of new faces this season in intermediate. So I mean, it feels like a lot of new teams signed up this season, but yeah, we're still pretty far down from what we were last season. I couldn't even like tell you what teams were missing from last season just because you know
I can name a couple.
there was like
Victoria's Secret, Team O's, and Team Ember are now all in Divine this season, and last season
oh,
they were intermediate. But that's only 3
Victoria's Secrets
teams.
and Divine.
Yes,
Wow. Oh wait, yeah, Dom's still on that team. Wow, that's I guess CD Alex they added him and he's Divine now. Yeah, yeah, I really like that team. I was on Dom's team for RD2L last season. He's a super nice guy, and he did really well last season in intermediate. So I'm surprised they moved up, but yeah, I mean they won their first week, so that's exciting.
yeah, exactly. See where they go, and Divine teams. It's kind of interesting because Divine teams, I feel like really mix up. Okay, we have some Divines and some ancients and some legends. Like this
Yeah,
team, Victoria's Secret, that's the exact mix. CD Alex is a Divine. Dom's a legend, but it's like if you have divines on the team, let's you play divine. Their carry players divine one. Like it's it kind of sucks that yeah you have to play in divine, but also it's better your team is there because do you really deserve to play an intermediate?
yeah, no, keep them out of intermediate, man. They're too good.
Yeah,
Oh,
they did really well regular season last year, and you know what?
yeah,
I do like the 82 allows you to go to Divine during the season or Ancient if you're in Contender. And then, you know what? The great thing about it is, okay, now you guys, if you want to stay that team, depending on like your rank and stuff, time
Yeah.
to move up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's nice. I like that gradual rank. It means you're playing Dota on your main account,
Yeah.
then you rank up, and now you're in the next league. And you know what? If you rank down, you move back. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, there's just a kind of gradual progression, like the first couple seasons I played in Contender, then, now I'm in Intermediate, so, maybe Divine next season, Pog you.
you never know, man. You might. If you play enough Dota, you learn a new concept that you never knew about, or
Yeah.
perfect one, dude. You can hit Divine. I believe in you. Hitting that,
Yeah.
could be a 5K player. What
But,
you know?
what do you, so I guess week one's done in the books for Intermediate. Is there, obviously you kind of watched our game, kind of saw how that went down, but did you really, like pay attention to the other games? Any games you were surprised, teams you think are better or worse? Since your kind of intermediate content was you hungover and just clicking a randomizer, which
Whoa,
probably my favorite
whoa,
content ever made.
whoa, 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 whoa. Pause. First off, I was not hungover. A few things. What I do not know what my camera does, but it makes my face like redder than it is. Because I actually did think because the day before I'm doing Contender content, Jamie's like podcast thing for
Yeah.
Contender, and my cam's up, and I'm like, dude, am I that red? Like I've only had 2 drinks. Is it because of the weed or whatever? So I made sure I did that thing 100% sober, and I still had that. You know what? It was a big success. A lot of people love that
Yeah, it was
that
fun.
they love the randomizer because I'll be real, I think that's what people do. At
I'm a
first
little,
week, a little.
yeah. I'm a little upset because the first time you randomize it, we were number one, but the
Mm.
second time we were number three. So, but you had to redo it, whatever, because you forgot to
I
add it.
forgot 2 teams. Hey, at least it looks really real now. Like
Yeah,
100%. I was doing it on the fly. It came to me, and I'm like, let's go. So let's get a list going.
yeah, yeah,
Uh I did expect Digital Habitat, so I did expect them to 2-0 you. Their
yeah.
team looks really good. Not saying your team
I
should,
mean, they just been playing a lot together. So I mean, yeah,
yeah.
I knew it was going to be a hard game going into it. I thought we can maybe squeak one out of them, but they're you know they're a solid team, really solid team. I didn't know how well they're going to mesh, obviously, because you got a couple like pretty strong-willed players on that team. But I think that team's gonna be pretty pretty trainy. I guess I
Hmm.
think if they get into a rough patch in the season, they might start kind of falling apart a little bit. But I think that team's good enough where they can just train through the regular season and kind of just wind up in the good season, the postseason.
Yeah, exactly. And that's when everything happens.
Yeah,
You know, not really any too many upsets. My second top team beat IBAD, 2-0.
yeah, that's true.
you
I
know,
wish I would have watched that game.
no, there was no real like upsets to me. I don't like know about a couple of teams like TTP.
Yeah,
I expected to beat Team Frontwoods 2-0. Team Frontwoods, very low MMR team. I expected Grin, Ethrol, they beat PAC.
yeah.
They beat DH 2-0 in PAC.
Yeah, I watched
And
that game. That was a really good series, man. I enjoyed those
yeah.
games.
So I was like, yeah, they're probably a near top team, 2-0
Yeah,
Hippos. So I'm shocked that there's no 1-1s. Like I was thinking maybe Phantom
yeah, that's
Z and
true.
Jack O'Neil, or maybe Helmets On versus Double Take would be like a 1-1.
Yeah.
What I really like is the drama because Rhino, he somewhat Mozart, the captain on Jack O'Neil, took a really offense to Rhino's content. I don't know if you saw that all, Thug, or you listened to
I
his
don't
content.
n Rhino made his own content?
Rhino made a 15-minute YouTube video about intermediate, and he said Phantom Z is going to, I think, smack Shakir O'Neal 2-0, and who even is Mozart or something like that. I'd have to rewatch. I
Mozart's a really
really
good player, man. I don't know how, he's really I mean, he's pretty popular in RE2L. The dude's a baller for his MMR.
I don't want to put words in Rhino's mouth. I'd have to rewatch. But Mozart went kind of off, and then he beat Venom Z 2-0, and then he at Rhino. It's like, what now? So
Yeah,
I really hope they face each other.
yeah. Mozart's the kind of guy that he's not gonna back down. He's very vocal in what he likes. When, same as Rhino, obviously. But yeah, Phenom was that's Rhino's whatever he's put together that team or something, right?
He put five random people together. Basically, any free agent that wants to be on a team, he put together.
Yeah, he asked me to be on that team too.
Listen, I'm not saying that team's bad. I'm just saying, that Rhino hyped up his team and basically shit talked Jack O'Neill's team, and then
Yeah.
they 2-0'd. And Mozart, definitely, I love it. I'm very serious about this. I hope if they just 2-0'd this, is it Phenom? I thought it was like Phenom.
Uh, no,
It
I
it
have no
doesn't
idea.
matter. But I'm very excited for that series because if either team 2-0s, there's going to be some shit talking going on.
I mean, the shit talking is always like just a part of it. And I mean, it's most of the time everybody kind of obviously kind of knows it's joking around, it's just like fake hype and everything like that. But some people just take it different ways. But I don't think Mozart is like genuinely like angry, but I think Mozart's a pretty cocky player, so I think he just clap back at right now.
No, you don't got to be angry. You're just kind of building that hype. The
Yeah,
story for their eventual matchup, either in the
yeah.
regular season or playoffs.
Like I don't know if you ever watched the Jordan documentary, but like
Yes,
he would like make up fake stories about players just to get himself hyped up for the game.
yeah. Rhino, we could say, is like Michael Jordan competitively. Uh, but just remove everything that
Everything
that
else.
made MJ like a really good player and
Yeah,
stuff. Just the competitive spirit.
yeah.
MJ's the goat. I've never heard someone say Rhino's the goat. So
No, Rhino is the goat, dude. Rhino is the goat of fucking brood mother offlane, dude.
Arteezy can be. Arteezy's not even a goat, man. He hasn't even won TI. Like I'm not. There's no goats in 82 except for um
JoJo, dude. You gotta get JoJo.
unsung unsung champions when they beat unsung heroes and change their name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if only goat. Uh, no goats anywhere else
Sad.
except for in contender.
Yeah, you
Goat
got all the
five.
yeah, you gotta yeah, you gotta go 5 and contender. Yep, those are goats right there. I mean, Seth is the goat.
I'd like to say they stole my team. I was gonna make a team. It was called Goat Five. It fell through, but I had my tag in front of my name, Goat Five, and look what happened. They changed their name Goats to Go Five. Like copyright infringement right there from Seth.
Yeah, I'm really hyped for Go 5, man. I'm super glad that Scotty and Seth found a new team, and I feel like they really like their teammates, so I'm really happy for them because I missed them a little bit last season because those guys are just super cool.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have uh, don't really know Scotty. Like I'm not saying I know Scotty and like we're besties or anything, but I think a lot of people have uh, what's the word I'm looking for? The wrong perception. There's like a
Yeah,
better word to say that. A misconception is that? No, that doesn't sound right. But wrong perception of Scotty.
yeah,
I think everybody thinks Scotty's some really toxic POS, but really Scotty's just none of that.
yeah. I mean, when I first was starting out setting up that team, I think I joined it post. I think they got Sharky, Seth, and Dill. That was the team that was presented to me. I was like, okay, well, I can captain this team because I know Dill was wanted to take a little bit break of captaining because it's hard to play one and captain at the same time and draft and do all that stuff. So I was like, okay, well, I'll take the reins of this. I think I was like the highest MMR on the team, so I'm like, okay, guys, I can handle this. Like, okay, who do I want from my mid laner? And I I remember during my season on the break, I remember watching iBad. And I just remember watching Scotty, and just Scotty just was just on a complete different level from the people he was playing against. I'm like, okay. I was like, Dill, do you think you could give me Scotty? He's like, yeah, dude, let me ask him. And me and Scotty just started DM, and then just kind of came together. And I heard he was kind of toxic, but I mean, throughout the season, okay. I think I wrote in like my post season kind of my thoughts on Scotty, and I was like, Scotty, yes, people think he's toxic. Scotty just loves the fucking game of Dota, man, and he's good enough. He knows exactly how the game needs to be played, and like he's not shy about it. He will tell you what you are doing wrong, and usually what he's telling you you're doing wrong is probably wrong. And then that's just how I see Scotty. I mean, that's not toxic. Listen to like any like professional Dota player and how they communicate with their teammates. 90% of them communicate like Scotty does. They're not going to hash words with you. They're not going to say like, "Oh man, you're doing all right." They're going to tell you what you're doing wrong in the game. And I mean, some people take it as flame, but I mean, just criticism. And I think that's kind of what Scotty's misperception was.
Yeah, for sure. So Thug Potato, I mentioned earlier that I had some potato facts for you,
Oh, second fun fact. Bring it on.
and well, I have a few. I have a few for you.
Jeez.
We mentioned potatoes are 80% water. Do, do you think there's a National Potato Day? Yes or
Ooh.
no?
I mean, there's a day for every fucking thing. I swear. Okay, dude. I mean, in America.
Not just in general. Just in
Oh,
general.
oh yeah, there's got to be potato world, dude. Idaho's, yeah, for sure.
Yes, there is two National Potato Days. August 19th, that passed, and October 27th. You know, here's a bonus fact: anime only has one day, April 15th, but potatoes have 2 days.
I mean, that's a travesty, dude. I do. I mean, gosh, man.
Thomas Jefferson. Okay, here next fact. You ready for this?
Bring it on.
Supposedly, actually, let me rephrase this. Allegedly, served the first French fry in the U.S. at a presidential dinner. True or false?
Oh, dude, that's false, dude.
It's true. True. Allegedly, he was the first.
Thomas Jefferson. He created the Kokona, dude. He
The
brought some French fries, man. We just couldn't stop after that, man. We couldn't help ourselves.
That is right. A founding father may be the reason we have French fries in North America.
Uh, wow. I just found respect for the homie, man. There's nothing better than French fries in this world, man. You can, I mean, with any meal, dude, just throw some French fries in there, dude. I'm pounding them down, dude.
What do you think is the largest potato producing country in the world?
I think that's a trick question, yo.
No. Largest potato producing country.
Uh, fuck. What is it?
Where do potatoes go for school? You're a potato. You don't even know.
Man, I gotta think, man. I feel like this is a trick question, man. I'm gonna go Russia. Russia.
China.
Gosh dang it, dude.
To be fair, honestly, without having the answer in front of me, dude, I would probably think Russia or like USA or Canada. Like,
Yeah, that does make sense though. China, yeah, I could definitely see them making some potatoes over there. Very large exporter of food.
the average American eats 140 pounds of potatoes per year. Who do you think is the biggest potato lovers per capita in the world? So that means like who eats the most potatoes per person?
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good question. I'm gonna go. Fuck, man. I know us coconas like our potatoes. All right, I'm gonna give two answers. All right, I'm gonna give
Okay.
America because.
Well, no. I started off with America, so you know it's not America. Like I was adding on. There's like another country that's even above
Oh,
us.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay, okay, okay.
yeah. Sorry.
Let's go I'm gonna go with, the UK.
You know what? You were kind of close. You were in Europe. Germany. Germans are the
Germans.
biggest potato lovers, and they eat 200 pounds of potatoes per year. Yeah,
Wow.
Americans eat 140 pounds worth. No, Germans 200.
Huh.
I'd get all these wrong, by the way. Uh, this is an easy one
Oh,
for you, Thug. Potatoes. What alcohol can potatoes make? Just if you get one, and it's a very common one. A lot of people who are allergic to like wheat will have this alcohol substitute, so they can also join in the fun.
no weed. Oh, like bourbon?
Vodka,
Vodka?
potato vodka. You've never. Well, I guess you would not. You wouldn't have it because you're a potato. You wouldn't like
Yeah, that's
have it yourself.
yeah, nah, yeah, I mean, too far, man.
That'd be a little weird. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. I mean, it's I came here to talk about Dota, man, not about, eating, drinking some of my homies, man.
Fair
Too
enough.
far.
I'm sorry. That's just a couple potato facts. I thought they were kind of cool. Like there's a couple others, but it's like
Yeah, it's
that.
always nice to learn a little bit, about your culture.
Well, exactly. That's
I was gonna need to go back to school, man.
the history books. Obviously,
Yeah,
Jukester saying potato wine is a thing.
that's
Uh,
disgusting. Get him out of here.
I'd try it uh, once and never. Well, obviously for you, Juke. How dare you, man? You were on a team with him.
Gosh dang it, Jukester. Man, Jukester should know better, man.
Yeah,
Gosh dang it, man.
dude. Be more sensitive to people's cultures. Did you like? I have a question. Did you like the bottom left picture? We talked about Pokemon. Did you see that other?
Yeah, yeah, the Thug Life student. This is not a
Yeah.
vegetable. Is potato not a vegetable? What is it? It's a root?
The it technically is a vegetable. The point is I'm saying you're not just a vegetable. You're a top tier
Oh,
intermediate off laner.
oh, okay, I gotcha. Alright,
Oh,
that joke just, like, flew right over my head. I think I would've got it if I read the bottom half of it.
it's all good, man. Listen, those. To be honest, I had to edit that picture out. It was like this is not a vegetable. This is something else. And I'm like, nah, nah, nah. Intermediate off laner, boom. Make my own memes.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know where I was going with my potato facts. I had something written down, but obviously I lose the stuff. It's all good. So you guys next week, I mean this
Yep.
week, sorry, we'll bring it back to 82L. You guys are facing TTP.
Yep.
TTP,
Went 2-0 their first week.
yes, they are a 2-0 team. You're the only team that lost both games
Yep.
that gets to face a team that won 2-0.
Yep.
Obviously, there's 14 teams, so that was going to happen to one team. Uh, TTP's been around for a couple of seasons now. They did change their lineup a little bit, but I actually think they're one of the now. Now they're going to call me out after if they watch this or anybody does. I think they're one of the weaker 2-0 teams, and
I,
you have a shot.
I didn't really, I haven't looked at the games. I think one of them wasn't ticketed, right? I took
Mm,
a look at one of the games.
yeah, yeah. One
It
of the
seemed
games isn't ticketed.
uh,
I made a huge fuss about that Thursday or Friday.
but yeah, I mean, that's fine. Mistakes happen. But, yeah, I'm not too familiar. I didn't really look or watch the replay. Yeah, I probably will before the end. At least look at the draft and see kind of what happened. But yeah, I mean, I told the guys that we're playing a 2-0 team. Kind of got kind of unlucky, but I was kind of hoping for an easier week. Just to kind of get an easy bounce back, just kind of get back into the swing of things because we are a new team. Three of them have been playing together, but me and Fathom are both new to the team, so we were kind of hoping to get a bit more into the swing of things, play like an easier team week 2, and just kind of get ourselves back in the W column. But yeah, TTB should be. I think that'll be a really fun series. Obviously, all around good guy Carl, Ghost Pepper. Yeah, I mean, all those guys are pretty staples in 82L. So again, we played DH week one, TTP week two. Man, we're pretty stacked the first couple weeks. So uh, it'll probably be a lot less hype at the end of the season. We'll probably be playing some of the lesser known teams.
Yeah, the thing is, last year Teach struggled early on
Yeah,
in intermediate, but then they bounced back and when we're one of the top teams.
yeah,
So even though this is kind of happening to you, you'll eventually face those weaker teams. Kind of do what DH did to the point where then you're facing the good teams again. Just because there's 14 teams, you're going to be
yeah,
all over the bracket.
for sure. I mean, I'd rather hit my stride later in the season than at the beginning. Just kind of get prepared for playoffs and everything. But I mean, like we said before, it doesn't really matter like who you play. You just got to win either way. So like once you get to the playoffs, the better team's always going to win. So
Oh
that's all
yeah,
there is.
and playoffs, yeah, it's elimination. It doesn't matter where you seed. If you beat a team
Yeah,
that was higher seed, you move on,
yeah,
and you play the next team. And at the end of arguably, you'll face the best team in the grand finals, and the best team will win
yeah, yeah,
between those two. So, and the great thing about kind of this season and just like facing a team with two, well, doesn't really screw you is the fact that none of your team, no teams are going to be eliminated
yeah, yeah. No, yeah, obviously.
unless
But
Max came out with something to bring it down to only the top 8 teams make it, and then I'll be like, so
oh yeah,
Max,
is everybody making it? I'm assuming then.
yeah,
Right. Everybody's making it. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. And probably top two teams, whatever. Actually, how would they do that? One,
Top
two,
two
three
teams
skip.
will have a bye, and then the every other team will face, and then you know,
Yeah.
think 16 teams, but the number 1 and 2 seed just get
Goodbye.
to skip. Yeah, they face nobody. I tried to sign up for intermediate, but apparently I can't sign up with 4 bots. Apparently that's not allowed. I don't know.
They're just too scared, man. They weren't ready.
Uh, uh, Something about a waste of time for other teams to face.
What happened to the TBD teams? Did they
Uh
just
so 82 all this season is trying something different where if you do not get up to the first season, so basically Thursday afternoon or Thursday evening, if your team is not meeting the criteria
it's
that
done?
82L has set, you're done. And there
Yeah,
was suspicious accounts that did not meet I think our Dota buff requirements
gotcha.
and 82L. And Max is like, sorry. And
Yeah,
Seth actually made an announcement and said you can come and get your money back. 82L really isn't about making money. The money's there so to make sure that team's okay, you're staying here because $5 or $10 is enough to
yeah.
stay. Like, don't waste our time. So
Yeah,
uh, it makes sense, and Max is doing a good job, I think, vetting teams, and I agree because I'll be real. I looked at the teams too, and I'm like, they better not be an intermediate yet, and it comes down to it, they didn't change.
yeah. That's fair. I mean, especially with the Swiss bracket, you just can't, you can't wait up for certain teams. Stuff's got to keep moving.
See,
That's just in terms of schedule and everything.
now I would say if the two teams did get themselves ready, and let's say they did miss Thursday, I would let them in.
Yeah, and just whatever, give them just 0-2 for the whatever for the
Yeah, I
first
would
week.
just make them zeros. Both
Yeah,
both of them are at 0, and then do the Swiss, and they'll just be a 0 team. They'll start behind. Now I know a lot of people don't like that. I will say I didn't like the fact that teams could join after 2 weeks, and I thought that was a huge no no.
yeah, that was
Yeah. So,
yeah. But I
but
mean, overall, I think ADHL has gotten a lot better these last seasons. I've been super happy with the changes. It sounds like they're taking a lot of our feedback, and you got especially the metal upgrade. I remember that being a big thing. People would just like hop on like Smurfs or alt accounts so they could still play in their league because they didn't like if you whatever went up to Ancient One, then you were kicked up to the next the next league, and like mid-season too. I'm like, okay, well, that's just that that doesn't make any kind of sense, and that just kind of ruins the entire schedule of everything. So that's kind of what happened to us in DH. We were a contender, but I think Duke ranked up, and then we weren't forced to move to intermediate, but we were told that we should probably move to intermediate. So we moved up to the intermediate, and that kind of that made our postseason a lot harder. And then kind of I don't want to say ruined because that's just what the situation was. But I mean, it was just midseason. It was a big change.
Try,
But
try.
now they get that fixed up, so I mean, everybody can still improve on their main accounts, gain OMR, just aren't like forced to either not play Dota in general or just But yeah, the changes to 82 has been made. I've been super happy with. Haven't really been upset with any major decisions. So
And I think the best change that I also, I put somewhere. I put a lot in feedback even before feedback. I've been like, let's get this, going.
yeah,
Uh, if you're a team of five that has played together and you have one guy that's Ancient One, and the other guys are a bunch of contender players, and not like a high legend team. I'm talking like Archons, maybe a legend, a Crusader. You shouldn't be forced to separate.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
and,
No,
and 8012 made an announcement that if you're three ranks above, but your team average is below this number
you
or
can
something
still,
like that, you guys can stay together 100%.
yeah. I mean, those are all just like quality of life things too. Like I think there was that one. It was like helmets on like 2 seasons ago. Or no, was it last season? No, it was 2 seasons ago. Helmets on kind of had that stack where they had like one guy that was above the limit, but all of them were like super low. When they probably could have been playing contender and been like,
Uh, it
the team.
wasn't just one ancient though. It was like they had like two
Oh,
or
okay.
three, I think, at that point, and then they had like a Crusader and like an
Yeah.
Archon. It was really weird. Like they had two ancients, a legend. So I think their team needed to play an intermediate. That sucks,
Yeah. But I mean, just like that kind of stuff in general. Yeah, I totally agree.
no, but well, actually, ROT didn't have an ancient at the end of their
Yeah.
season in intermediate. Even they like actually lost ranks, but that's why they went. They could have just stayed. Frontwoods actually could have also stayed. They were backwoods last season. They had they top four team and contender. They said we're gonna challenge ourselves like ROT did. Yes, they didn't win, but they're like let's try. And actually they didn't realize this, but when Max had made the announcement, their team would have Max. I think he mentioned this in contender content or something, but they could have made an argument to be still in contender.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, RT moving up next season, I wasn't surprised. I mean,
Hmm.
those guys play every single one that plays above their rank. No question about it. Those guys are all super good.
They had a couple ancients. They just ended up losing their ranks in between the seasons. Like
Yeah.
I think they had like an ancient two, and they
Yeah.
they, they 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 had higher ranks, and then they lost it all.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of why it was a little confusing. They were intermediate, but like they were of higher rank. People
Yeah.
fluctuate, and that's the thing about Dota, and I think that's why. Uh, Having like someone that's legend 4 hits ancient 1, they shouldn't be kicked out right away.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the season. We have a good 7 teams in Archon. Contender has 16. Intermediate has 14. Divine 16. Heroic
Yeah.
has 4, and I don't know if they're gonna start a season or not. It's enough teams.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have see for 4 teams. I would have a group stage where you face each team twice, and then you know what? You can do a double elimination because there's only
Yeah.
4 teams.
Yeah, that's true.
And you can actually have like a losers bracket where you have all 4 teams in upper and then losers, and have the loser upper play, and then have be like you can actually do that for 4 teams. You can't do that for 16. But
Yeah.
it's we still have a lot of teams in PAC season. So
Yeah, PSC, yeah, it's
mhm.
I feel like PSC is gonna be really fun to watch as a league, as a Yeah, I'll actually be able to watch them too because they're on, they're on Wednesdays and I play on Thursday, so I'll be able to watch whatever.
Hmm.
And those are all like super familiar names, notable teams, and I'll be able to watch those. And those games all seem pretty super, pretty fun to watch. So I'm super excited for Pack, just as a viewer.
Yeah, Gambit also shut down my team with 4 bots. I tried to even up for eight teams, and I don't know. By the way, I'm just saying if Gambit said yes, I'd be there. I'm just saying I would show up with my 4 like hard. What's the highest bots? I don't know,
Uh,
impossible or whatnot.
Maybe.
I think it would be fun. I'd probably get my ass kicked every time because like I could be hard bots with Meepo, and
Yeah.
I'm not a Meepo player, but I can play Meepo against them. But it would just be funny. It would be good content, I think.
True. Wait, what's up with a lot of teams having 2 wins on Pack? Wait, what? Oh,
uh,
are these BO3s?
they are BO3s. Yeah, they're BO3s. So like
That'd be great. You could have 2 wins. They got
and
2-0.
yeah, so Digital Habitat got 2-0, so then I guess their score is 0 because it's based off wins. So you still get like a half point for winning a game in a BO3. Kind of like a loser point in hockey.
Look at Victoria's Secret though. Their score is 2-0, but they have 2 wins on the participant side.
Whoa, 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 whoa! What the hell? Okay, then I'm just talking about my out of my ass, and I know nothing. I actually have no idea. Oh, is it? Didn't they win their 2 games in Divine? I wonder if that's screwing up with it.
Oh yeah, that might be it.
But DH won 2-0, and they're at 0.
TTT didn't play the first week. Yeah, so that something's going on there.
Oh, jeez.
Seth, get on it. Or no, say it's AMR that runs the website, isn't it?
I think Seth does a little. I think he does. He knows a bit of that stuff. But yeah, AA Amora and Seth, chop, fix this. I do know he's watched at least one episode. At least
Oh,
one.
good. That's all you
Not
gotta
all
ask.
of them.
Seth just devote a minute of his time to you, man. That's an honor.
He's the real goat of the Goat 5. It's goat. And you know what? It's Goat 5 because Pause 5 player is the goat, and that's what Seth is.
True. Couldn't have said it
Uh,
better.
Thug, anything else you wanted to talk about? Wrap it up. Maybe a funny topic. Anything about you, man? The viewers are here for you,
Oh,
not me.
jeez. All right. Let's have. All right. Like I said, I ain't got a drink with me, dude. But okay, you got a drink in front of you, dude.
I do.
Okay, because I'm gonna spit some hot takes at you, dude, about alcohol. All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I gotta breathe in for this because there's gonna be some ridicule, dude. No beer is bad, dude. There is not a bad beer on the planet.
You know what? I hate to say it. I'll agree with you in the sense that there someone will like that beer.
Yeah.
I have had some like IPAs and stuff that I'm not a fan of. So
There,
I,
I mean, it's I haven't drank. I've drinking enough beer where I haven't found one that I'm like, yeah, this just isn't gonna go down. Now, hard alcohol, that's different. Okay, I got another question for you. Have you ever do you have any alcohols that you had bad experience with and that you just won't touch ever because it's just one bad experience at a party or something with it?
I'm not a big whiskey guy. I think I
Whiskey, that's
was 18 years old at some random party
yeah.
and very very bad experience. All I remember from that my one friend recorded my me yelling and I'm fucking drunk, like I'm wasted and I'm puking, and I was like screaming something about baby Jesus, and he had like a 3 minute he had like a 3-minute recording of me puking, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, baby Jesus," or something like that, dude. And honestly, I wish I had that recording today
There is
to
like
play it.
there is one alcohol that if I like even like think about the taste in my mouth, like I will just like get sick, and it's UV blue vodka.
Mm.
I was partying one time, and I don't know what went wrong with me, dude. I was drinking beer, and you know the saying like liquor before beer, and you're in the clear.
Right.
Yeah, so I was drinking beer. I got pretty bad on, I think I was drinking like cider or something, and then I grabbed a bottle of UV blue and just poured an entire glass of it. And afterwards, I was sitting on the couch just like sipping on it. And then I fucking ran to the fucking bathroom and just puked my fucking guts out. And I mean, I can't even think about that alcohol without, just feeling just completely awful. Whenever even somebody like talks about it, I'm just like, no, no, don't even mention it.
Can I add another alcohol?
Go for it, dude.
I need some stipulation. I can still have like whiskey if it's like one. I just can't
Yeah,
constantly drink it. Number two, you ready?
go for it.
And I still drink it time to time. I used to drink a lot of it, shots of it all the time. Tequila. And you know what happened? My friend and I, we saw a video, and the challenge is finish a bottle of tequila at 2.6, so 26 shots, 26 ounces, 750 milliliters. We'll give
Yeah,
both measurements, uh, in 10 minutes. Well,
yeah,
him and I look at each other. Okay, 26 is a lot in 10 minutes, and we'll probably die, especially because we're already, we had quite a few drinks. We're like, what if we each do 13 in 10 minutes? So we set up all the shots on the table and a bunch of shot glasses, and we're like, we're gonna do this. And I didn't puke. I got 10 of those shots down in that 10 minutes. Like, it was a solid pace, but I felt sick to my stomach. I don't remember the night that I had the whiskey really.
yeah,
I didn't feel bad. I felt good after puking. Like, I went to bed pretty good. That night, him and I were in pain.
yeah.
And we
Oh
didn't even
yeah,
get to 13 shots. We got to 10 in 10 minutes. Who if anybody is watching this and someone challenges you to drink a shit ton of alcohol that you've never done in such a short amount of time, I'll save you time. Don't do it.
yeah.
It's kind of it's ruined tequila for me like a lot.
I Yeah, I think like kind of like I mean, obviously there's some like alcohol like I'm not really a big fan of the challenges, but games, obviously games are fun, but I've only had bad experience when it's like, oh, like I'll have like a bottle of like rum or something, and like, okay, well, okay, I'm gonna set a goal to like knock out this bottle before the end of the night, and every single time that happens, I'm just like I just regret it because I I at one point I'm like, okay, well that's probably enough for me. I don't want to go, but I'm like, oh well, I gotta finish the bottle, and then I'll either like puke up or just feel awful the next day. So yeah, I never really try to set like a challenge for myself, but yeah, I mean games and everything like that's fun.
Yeah, so no, I don't do any of that now. But last Christmas, and I think I mentioned it in one of my videos before, 6 a.m. tequila shot. My whole entire family had this Christmas, so it's a
5
new 6 a.m. Sorry, man.
Jeez, ugh, can't do.
Facebook post, and it said have a morning shot with your family for Christmas. So my mom told me if I wake up at 6 a.m., she'll take a shot of tequila. And I woke up at 6 a.m., took the tequila shot. 6:30 a.m. I went back to bed sleeping.
Wow,
Not
that's
because the
amazing.
tequila, but that was.
Yeah.
Did
Uh,
do you have a favorite beer?
ooh,
Like just a
okay,
standard beer, like you go to the you're
yeah,
going to your beer store and you're picking up something.
I will. Well, in a month I'll be able to do that. Right now I'm not because I'm still 20. But
Oh, oh
whenever
yeah.
whenever I ask people to grab me something, it used to be like cider, so I'd go like Angry Orchard or something like that.
Hmm.
But recently I've gotten more into like Blue Moon kind of stuff. I
Okay.
really enjoy Blue Moon, put an orange in there, dude, just tastes, so good.
Yeah, dude, I like orange tasting beers, like orange beers. Those are nice,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, those are super good.
Belgian Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coors Banquet's my go-to beer, just to
Oh, I
buy
haven't
in
got
bulk.
yeah,
And
yeah,
Saskatchewan, Coors Banquet wasn't being made, and I guess for bars like the kegs, or they ran out and stuff.
huh,
They couldn't get it from their suppliers, so I had to have Belgian Moon.
yeah.
So,
I
but
haven't had Belgian Moon, I've had quite a bit of Corona too, I do like Corona.
I have Corona in my fridge. I don't have any limes at the moment, so I can't have any.
Yeah, that's always the problem.
So you know what you do? You order from a restaurant if you have Coronas and you need
Yeah,
limes, and then you ask them to bring you limes. I did
yeah,
that.
that's the move, man. Yeah, like, I'll, like, order from a restaurant too, I'm like, "Hey," you know, I'll, like, order, like, a cup of Coke, which I never
You cut out there.
just grab something from a restaurant, and boom, man, you're ready to go.
That you got your limes. Boom. Exactly. No, this was good. I was 100% sure. I should add one last thing. Canada drinking age is 19, and
Yeah,
some provinces it's actually 18. I think it's Manitoba, Alberta, and Quebec are
yeah,
18 years old. The rest are 19. So when you said you were 20 and you couldn't get alcohol, I was a little confused. But then I remembered that you got to be 21 to be able to
yeah.
buy it, which is hilarious.
I was actually kinda looking for it, me and some other guys I played Dota with a lot, we went to Colorado for Midas Mode last year, and that was super, super fun, and we were talking about going to Sweden for TI this year before, like, obviously all the Corona stuff happened, and, yeah, I was kinda pumped because, like, okay, it'll be right before my birthday, so, I'll be able to go over there, I'll be 20, but I'll be able to drink over there because I think the drinking age is, like, 19 or 18 or something. So, like, okay, that'll be super, super fun. Uh, but yeah, and then that all got shut down, obviously, so that was kind of a bummer, but, yeah, I was kinda pumped for that.
I almost went to Midas mode in Colorado.
Yeah, it was really different. Obviously, it was my first LAN. It was more of an excuse to go meet the guys. I've been playing with these, like, group of guys for, man, it's been so long, probably 4 or 5 years. We've never met up, and we're like, uh, Midas Mode got announced as in Colorado. I'm like, "Dude, what better place to, hang out with a group of guys than Colorado?" Yeah, we went to Midas Mode for, like, the 2 or 3 days, and then, we just, like, went hiking in the mountains for, like, the other couple days, and it was an awesome fucking trip. And the Midas Mode itself was super cool. They had, like, a land center all set up, and they had, like a decent stage, you gotta meet the town and everything. It was super cool.
Well, Thug, I'm going to TI 10, so we'll make sure we meet each other. I was gonna go to Sweden,
Yeah.
but TI 10,
Are
we'll at
they
least meet each
have
other
they
one day.
announced I'm assuming they haven't announced where
No,
that's gonna be.
no,
Man, I
just
really
next
hope it's
year.
at Sweden, man. I really okay, anywhere in Europe, man. I'm super, super down. I really wanna go to Europe.
And I actually was planning on making a trip out of like 2 weeks solo, like do something, and then 1 week
Yeah,
TI. Because I'm gonna let you know, Thug. I went to TI 8,
yeah.
and
I was in
all you don't got time.
Toronto.
You do not have time if you want to watch those games and be in the crowd to do anything else.
Yeah.
Like besides drink afterwards, go to bed, wake up hungover, rinse and repeat. And my vices only have one or two beers at the stadium. They're super expensive.
Yeah.
So that's my
Words from the
vice.
wise.
You know
Alright, I'll write that down. My travel book or whatever.
what? Don't drink beers in the stadium.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I have one or two. Like I did that on the final day. I had quite a few because
Gotta
final
have
day.
something. Yeah, 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 you gotta get hype.
But first couple of days, dude, like I ain't paying $12 for a beer.
No, man, of course not.
So
That's crazy.
there we go. At least we can agree on that. Thug, I really appreciate you coming on. It's been in the works for probably like 2 months. People
Yeah,
don't know. Thug wanted to be on, and we just kept delaying it, and I had different guests on.
I think it really shoved a kinda needle in it when we got knocked out week 1, so I was kinda thinking we could maybe, like, do it, like, towards, like, the end of the season, if we were, like, in the finals or something, kinda get, like, a little hype. like a hype FirerySide before the finals, but I think just getting out week 1 and I took a break from Dota, so felt kind of weird doing this. But yeah, I'm glad it happened too, man. It's fun.
Yeah, new season. You started it. There's a lineup. I don't know if you know that, Thug, but I told the people, whoa, 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 Thug's been waiting way longer than you guys have combined.
That is true.
So it's all good. I appreciate you coming.
Can I get like a sneak peek, like somebody I wouldn't think would join, or is that confidential?
What?
Something in the works? Who's in the works?
There's a couple like FOTP, potentially
Oh,
one or
oh,
two people. We might have two on. There's someone on DH that messaged me that
oh
wants to be
man!
on as well. I'm not going to say which one.
Wow, that's hype. Man.
There's actually technically two that have messaged me on
All right.
DH.
Well, I mean, I mean, I know what you're talking about. You don't need to tell me.
So, and what if I told you it's not Jukester?
I would not be surprised because
It's
I
not
know exactly
Jukester.
that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
There you go. Spoiling it. I think
They're
that's
no
gonna get
spoilers. No
people.
spoilers.
I think that's gonna get people to come for episode 8. I'm not even
Do you
gonna
think?
tell them the
Are they
guests.
talking about doing it together, or are you gonna try to do them individually?
Individual probably.
Yeah.
I think they're both unique personalities,
Yeah.
and like the one
Well.
isn't like 100, the other is like 100%. Like get me the fuck on. So,
Yeah.
and before both of them don't come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. No, this was really good. I had a really good time. I honestly love every episode of FirerySide Chat. And
Yeah, it's fun. Just kind of, it's fun for me as a viewer to kind of talk, whatever, hear, some people I really haven't heard that much about, and kind of get their feelings on the game and, how they see Dota and how they play it. And, it's fun. I can, obviously, that's why I watch him play. And then, I get to hear him talk because, I unfortunately don't get to play with everybody on 82. So it's nice to actually like kind of hear some of these people and kind of, actually get their feelings on Dota. It's always interesting.
yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. Also, I won't lie. This is way more fun than like spending multiple hours on good content. This is
Yeah.
like better. This is.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I did do
great.
research.
You got some good fucking quiz questions on potatoes. You fooled me. I don't think I got any of them right.
uh, mm, did I guess the only one.
Hold on. You got one more quiz question for me, dude? I feel like I can't go out on this, dude. You said you had some more lined up or in the works or something?
Okay, there's a couple facts. I don't think they're as good. Dude, you're putting me on the spot here. Um, what country in Europe do you think the potato was first introduced in? So a
Oh,
European
Ireland, dude.
country,
Ireland, yo.
Spain in 1536.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, that's a great way to end this conversation.
Okay, no, one more.
Okay.
You might be able to answer this. Why are potatoes one of the most environmentally friendly vegetables to grow?
Oh, jeez, man.
We'll end on a snowflakes note. It's about potatoes being very environmentally friendly.
That's true. Okay, let's go. Well, they don't need a lot of water, right?
You're close. They don't need a lot of something or two things.
Environmentally friendly. They don't need a lot of chemicals. Are they?
That's one. They don't need a
Yeah.
lot of chemicals. What would be another thing that normally is in the ground when you're growing stuff?
What the fuck, dude? You think
Maybe.
I'm an Iowan, dude? I should know shit about farming.
Okay.
Gosh dang it, man.
A
Uh,
very little fertilizer. They do not need a bunch
is
of cows'
fertilizer
poop.
not? Is fertilizer not? Oh yeah, I guess cow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Cows are very environmentally unfriendly.
Yeah, you can just grow potatoes anywhere. That
That's
like
true.
if obviously you can't grow potatoes in like -30 weather, but you can grow potatoes anywhere with minimal effort,
That's
basically.
what we're talking about, baby. We're versatile, man. Just like me, man. I'll play every single role, man. I don't care. There we go, man.
There you go. We did it.
Taking around 380, 360.
Okay. Well, Thug Potato, thank you for coming on for episode 7. Really appreciate
I'm glad I
it.
could kick off the 29th season of 82
Yeah, for sure. I need to update my logo, but we'll get to that. Thank you. Episode 7, 10 out of 10.
Hard.
If you enjoy this episode, send DM Thug and tell him he's
Send me your
awesome.
favorite anime, and I'll tell you why you're wrong.
Oh God, no! We're not talking about anime. We're not keeping this going. We're
No,
we're
no, no,
done.
no,
We added
no.
some
We're
potato
done.
facts, but do that.
No.
We'll
All
know
right.
if you watched by sending it to Thug.
All right, man. Peace out.
Yeah, peace. Okay, thank you everybody for watching FirerySide. Episode 8 potentially next week, with somebody. Not gonna give that guest away. Thug was a great guest, and if you want to be on FirerySide, all you have to do to meet that criteria is to be watching this and be a member of 82L. And it doesn't matter who. Well, it kind of does. Like if Mad Max wanted to be on, I'd probably wait towards till the end of the season, but anybody is welcome. Thank you all for watching. And thank you for watching. I think I said that twice. That was 10 out of 10.